Hello everybody, I'm Jay Lynn and welcome to my year-old 1.19 survival world. I'd had myself convinced this was going to turn into my forever world, but then I decided to embark on this YouTube journey and figured it'd be a better idea to start fresh, but I thought it'd be kind of fun just to have a look around here to kind of give you a baseline of where I'm at, and we can track my improvement as I keep playing. That's part of the reason why I'm doing the YouTube thing, is I think it'd be kind of fun to document my growth. So yeah, we're just going to jump right into it here. We're starting off in the original starter base, hidey hole again. As you can see, I expanded this one a little more than in my new 120 world. And yeah, we're going to step out here. This is the base. I didn't expand too far. I tried to build most of my stuff fairly close, so what you see is what you get for the most part, but I think there's some pretty cool little details. And yeah, you see the castle up here, elephant in the room. It's one of my newer builds, so it's not finished yet. So, but we'll get to it and look around. I'm gonna kind of go in order of the way I did things as I did this world. And this is my original farm here. I built villagers' houses. You can see it's free roaming villagers. This whole area, this whole bottom area down here is free roaming villagers, and I think that's one of the cooler parts of the base. So those are villager houses. These are the original farm plots I did. And yeah, up here we're gonna have the original animal area, and I slowly expanded it into this. Got this windmill which stores my vegetables, and ended up building this cool little barn here with plenty of space for the animals, and I turned the barn into a automatic sheep farm here, which works pretty well. Unfortunately, it's kind of out of the render distance from where I spend a lot of my time, but it definitely does the job. And yeah, you'll see I'm not the most technical guy in the world. I don't do a bunch of fancy farms or anything, so sheep farm's always one of my fun ones. Yeah, down here, originally this was my tree chopping area, tree farm. As things grew, I moved that somewhere else and turned this into a little crop farm down here, and you can see a nice little view of the area overall. And like I said, we're kind of going through in the order of what I did things, so maybe not perfect order, but I know I did early on. I did this nether portal here. Nothing too fancy. Got a good little view from the porch here. Nothing too fancy, but just incorporated some of the nether blocks. Got a nice little nether wart patch there, and didn't do too much in the nether. I do have some connected portals and stuff, but I don't have like a nether hub or anything. But yeah, looking out here, coming down here, we got our graveyard here. Lost a couple villagers over the time. Really though, not very many. There was a couple before these ones that were unnamed, but yeah, down here I was lucky enough to find a double spawner setup. So up here you got a zombie spawner, which you won't be able to see on YouTube, I'm sure. And then down here you got skeleton spawner. And the one block you can stand on that'll activate both of them is target block right here. So good place to, and you see I got the test tubes here with the zombie and the skeleton there. I think it's kind of cool, a little evil lab of some kind down here. It's a good place to come and stand for a second and get some XP. See if any come up here. There we go. Yeah. I really like it down here. I was gonna build some like little automatic farms in here just to have some other things going when I was AFKing, which I don't do much AFKing at all. I pretty much only use that like when I'm gonna get something to eat or something. I'll stand there for a half hour or something. But yeah, the blue building here ends up being my main storage for the bulk of the time. And you can see I got villagers doing their work. Stay fairly organized. All the wood types there. Dirt stone upstairs. We got our bulk of everything, so we got more dirt and stone, lots of dirt and stone up here. And let's see, we got our super smelter. So Simple little setup, but when you're playing by yourself, you don't need huge, at least the way I play. I don't go huge on a lot of things. But didn't do much else building up here, but they got a nice view. I love doing little terraforming projects, and this area down here was one of the early things I did. It was just asking for it, this cool deep pool right in the middle of my area. And I just think it adds a lot. And then you got a waterfall, which I built all from scratch here. And I just think it adds a lot to the area. You'll see I've got that kind of done that in a few areas, and I think it's really what brings the world together a lot. So that road will go up top, but we won't go there for now. We're going to check out here. We got the cartographer's place. Hard at work. A few of the maps there. It's kind of a map of the area. I think it looks pretty cool. Like I said, I don't have much built outside of this general area. I'll show you the one little house I have, but I tried to keep everything fairly close, but it's really a pretty big area when all is said and done. I built this little cart here, which I think adds a nice little detail. And yeah, this is one of the coolest parts about having the free roaming villagers. It's when they all come out at the evening time and meet at the tavern here. There's the cleric that works there, and see, they're all coming from everywhere. And I've actually got 2 villagers here, so you got all these guys down here, and then up here is going to be most of the farmers and leather worker, fisherman, fletcher. Got a butcher and armor that live in my original hidey hole there. But yeah, I think having the free roaming villagers is like one of my favorite things to try to get to. I think it adds just so much life to the area. So I build them nice little places to stay. Got to take care of your villagers, so most of them have a decorated room of some kind that they get to sleep in. And I have fun trying my best to make little interiors out of these little houses and different shapes houses. Yeah, like I said, here you got the tavern. Everyone's still chatting it up. And watching them head home is cool. It took a while to get them sleeping where I want them, and sometimes there's a couple that don't right now, but for the most part I got them all sleeping at the right place where they work or close to it. Yeah, so you saw the cleric. There should be a butcher around here too that works there. I haven't had all these villagers for too long yet, so I haven't named too many of them yet. A lot of the named ones were ones that have been here from the very beginning. And yeah, this is the first custom tree I built, and the custom trees I think are a very underrated addition to the area. Just imagine if those weren't there, how much emptier it would feel. And yeah, I just built that first one and kind of liked it, so I matched them around the area. And this is the library here. I haven't gone too, I do have like mending and efficiency 5. I got a few of the good ones. I haven't gone too hard on maxing out the books and stuff. Mainly because I have maxed out armor right now. I have a couple sets of pretty maxed out armor, so I really don't need it too bad. Armor and tools. So yeah, we'll come and check out the farm area down here. Got the new armor building there. We'll check that out eventually. But yeah, I like to add some big fields on the outside of town. Definitely just for looks. I don't have them hydrated or anything. I don't come and farm here. And it's not finished area by any means. It's kind of one I got away from, to be honest, as far as the final detailing goes, but I think it looks pretty cool. get a cool view of the area from up here. Little farming house, which was eventually just going to be a storage area for my overflow of wheat and carrots and all that. And I was going to move a farmer in, and just never got to it. Didn't build up this area up here as much as I thought I would. And actually, while it's nighttime, we'll get a view of the area from above. I think it looks really cool how it's lit up. I don't know how this will show up on YouTube, but we'll give it a try here. Yeah, I think it looks real cool. I think the custom trees add a lot, being able to have those dark spots in there. And they're still 100% mob safe. You don't get any mobs spawning in that whole area, the whole bottom area. Trying to avoid the castle a little bit so we can get a fresh view here a little later. But yeah, I think this down here is definitely, or by far, the coolest place I've ever built. It's the furthest along I've ever gotten in the world. So I was very happy with it. I am looking forward to starting fresh. I always do like starting fresh. We'll actually go to sleep since I am up here isn't quite as mob safe as the rest of the base. Forgot I took the bed from up here when I was organizing villagers. So this upper level up here is my place for automatic farms. You'll see I don't go too big by any means. I'm not very redstone savvy or technical at all. But I like to just build little farms. Playing in a single world, a lot of times you really don't need that much. I'll be going a little bigger in my new world, I imagine, but it's really not too bad here. So yeah, here we got our wheat farmer here. Up here just picking away. As long as his inventory is full of seeds, he'll drop the wheat that gets picked up by a minecart. It works pretty well. So this is my new base. I didn't really get moved in here. I pretty much just finished it at the end, actually, so I haven't really lived here yet, but this is supposed to be my mansion of sorts. Yeah, I walk in and it's got a couple storage rooms here. Nothing in these chests yet too much, but set up and ready for it. And then yeah, here you got our probably my favorite interior I've ever built, actually. Like the big open space, and it was at the angle. It was quite the challenge. But I kind of like how it came together here. Still some work to be done in the room, but that's probably never going to happen. I could see myself at some point coming back and finishing up a few things here, to be honest. But, so yeah, I went big with my tree farm. Like I said, I moved it from down there and decided I'm going to give each tree its technical own little miniature biome. And I think it's really cool. I do plan on carrying this over into my new series. I'll be doing that in one of these early episodes. I think it's real immersive. I didn't get to detail any of these or anything, but just imagine, if I had a bunch of mushrooms here in the dark oak and a bunch of mud up here in the swamp area. I think it's a cool idea. Yeah, so let's get back to town. So you can see I did lots of landscaping. I think it's just adds so much to the world. You never regret doing it when it's done. Yes. This is the pumpkin farm here. Okay, not too big, but a couple little sections here. Upstairs we've got the melon farm. they do the job for what I've needed so far. Not overpowered by any means. Get these out of here. Another little waterfall. I think this one's real cool. That's actually the same one that goes down to the bottom level. And here you got the sugarcane farm. This one isn't the most efficient. I've got a couple more rooms upstairs, but it produces. And this was going to be the bamboo farm, which I never got to. You can imagine, I was just going to keep adding things up there, but I think it's time to head over to the castle area. I'm actually going to start, you'll see I got plans to build a little main street down here. This is the most recent thing I've been working on. We'll start down here just to kind of give you an idea of what my plans were. So I was going to do the automatic farm thing here as well. These were going to be kind of bigger farms, so just imagine different farms hidden in these buildings here, and got this cool little street layout. And I love this reveal here if you were to come out of the corner there. Yeah, this is the castle. It's definitely it's the second castle I've ever built, but it's way bigger and more involved than the first one I built. So didn't get finished though. It was slow work in progress. It was kind of something that I would work on a little here and there and leave and come back later. And here you got a little church. Down here was going to end up being my main storage. I was going to do something cool in there. I didn't quite have a final plan yet. Yeah, I just kind of had these organized. I was going to have free roaming villagers in here as well. This was going to be a tavern here. I think this was going to be an armor, weaponsmith or whatever. This was going to be a library. These were just going to be villager houses. And this was going to be an armor or weaponsmith as well. And then here's the main castle. I didn't quite get finished by any means, but you can imagine a nice big throne there. Oh, I forgot there was nothing up that one. And then little side rooms for a feast hall and some barracks and a king's room. So yeah, like I said, I could see myself at some point maybe wanting to come back and kind of finish up some of these projects just to have a pretty finished world, but I kind of doubt it. But I'm happy where it ended off here. I'll actually just do a little exploring of the seed. It's a really cool seed. I've got down here I was going to turn into like nether tree farms. So pretty much kind of do a little nether down here was my plan. We all know how plans are in Minecraft. There's always way too many of them. So this is one little offshoot. I was going to build a little winter village up here. I got my house built and street laid out there, but didn't get much further than that. If I stayed in this world until next winter, I probably would have came up here and done something real cool. Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty cool interior here. Not quite finished, but I like the layout. I like these hidden storage under these stairs here. Cool idea. I really like this kitchen, one of my favorite kitchens I've made. And the bedroom as well. I liked doing the acacia and purple. I think they go well together. I was hoping to have a little main street down here of some kind with some smaller scale buildings to keep my house looking big, but yeah, we'll explore the sea a little bit. You'll see I got this road cleared out or planned out here. It's going to have a road going from my main area over there to this lake area over here, which I think is a really cool area. I just think these areas where you can get a lake with a cool mountain backdrop like that are one of the cooler areas to find in Minecraft. It's crazy to think about this game before the Caves and Cliffs update. It's underrated. Yeah, you kind of got a smaller version of the same thing on the other side of these mountains here. A lake with the backdrop. You'll see we got the castle right here. Just to kind of show you where we are. I was going to come from there and wrap around and kind of have this just be a cool farming area. I was going to just do a bunch of big farms and have a whole bunch of farming villagers up here living here for trading. But yeah, cool backdrop there. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this world. Like I said, I've been in it for a year. Definitely a couple extended breaks, month-long plus breaks, but I've never actually stayed in the same world for a year, and I'm pretty proud of it. And a lot clicked for me in this world as well, so it's really got me looking forward to this new series I got going. It's starting to come together a little bit for me, and I feel excited to see what I can build. So. And I'm just realizing we didn't go to the armor down here. It's actually one of them. I think it's the last thing I built before I quit. And I think it's really cool. I just like the shape. I like how the copper's oxidized on one side, not so much on the other. I like the interior here with the brick wall there and the kiln over here and the water to dip the tools you're making in to cool off, and upstairs was going to be my place to move in a bunch of armors and weaponsmiths and toolsmiths. Just never got to it, but I thought it was a cool build. Custom cherry trees before 1.20. And yeah, here we got the mine area. Little piles of some ore there. Got a little elevator system with stops at all the different levels. I'd go down, but I'll just skip it. So thank you for coming along this little walk through my base here. And let me just say, the support from those first couple videos is definitely more than I expected. I don't know what I expected, but just having anybody interested in following along my Minecraft has really got me inspired and having a good time, and I really appreciate you all very much. So thanks again for coming, and have a good day.